and welcome to another episode of Q&A at the office.
All in a day, I did it all in a day. I did it all in a day, all in a day. I did it all in a day. I did it all in a day, all in a day. I did it all in a day. I did it all in a day. I'm on.
All right, today in Q&A at the office, we're going to open up with some late breaking news. Meek Mill starts a beef with Woo Kid. Okay, I don't know what this dude is doing. I just really wish Meek Mills would get somewhere and sit down and just make some music, bro. Like, just make some solid music and then stop worrying about what everybody else is saying, bro. That's the whole purpose of being where you are. It's like you're going to have haters. You're going to have people talking about you. You're going to have people laughing. That's cool, bro. That's just how it's going to be. And you definitely don't want it with Woo Kid because Waka Flocka be hanging with him. So, you know you don't want that action. Like, you already know. Don't even play with that fool. That fool's a goon. So, you don't want to do no crazy stuff. Look, Meek, this is what you need to do. You need to go home, pour you up a glass of vodka and cranberry or whatever you like, whatever you prefer. You might be a dark person. Hey, all sounds good to me. Pour that up, sit down, and come up with a hit. Get you a couple hits under your belt, and then once your belt start rising up, then start talking shit. But right now, you need to focus on getting your hit and getting out there and making people remember you other than your beef with all these other people who are in many ways doing better than you. Okay? So let's just chill out. All right? Just sit down. Get somewhere and sit down. All right? Cool? Sounds good. So today on the Q&A at the office, we're going to jump right into it and get to a couple questions here. Let's see. So we got one from Keisha Monet out of Glendale, California. She said, how do I find a good man? I don't know. I'm a man, so I couldn't tell you how to find one of us. But I can tell you that if you position yourself in a good manner, meaning you look good, you take care of your body, you're educated, you want something from your life, you're not just trying to be a gold digger or just be that girl that hung around until he succeeded, then you got a better chance of catching a good man out here that's willing to give you, all the time in the world. You know what I mean? Good men are not hard to find, okay? So don't let that misconception get in there, where everybody keeps saying, hey, a good man is hard to find. No, it's not. It's not hard to find. The thing that's hard to find is a woman that cares about herself, okay? When you start caring about yourself, all the men that want to care for you will start to show up. Okay? You don't want to give all your effort, out here trying to post, back to Instagram. You already know. Everybody posting the butt naked pics, you know what I'm saying? The side shots, all the chicks turning around showing the butt, showing that. Then they get mad when the dude trying to hit it. Hey, well, that's how you throwing it out there, see? Delivery is everything. So if you delivering yourself in a classy way, you look good, you dress good, you know what I mean? You going places, you educated, you doing all these things, and that's what you're posting to social media and around the world to all these different people, dudes are going to like that. You're going to find the right man. You're going to find that church-going guy, or at least that guy that's focused and career-oriented. All right? You got to be willing to put yourself out there too, though, okay? So you're going to have a couple bad apples in there, all right? Every tree don't grow perfect apples. Okay, it's a couple bad ones on there. Some fall from the branches. Some the worms get. Some the birds get. All of them are different, okay? You got to make sure that you be patient and look through each apple correctly. You know what I mean? So that you can find that good apple. Good talking to you, Keisha. We'll talk some more later, all right? Let's jump on into the next question. We got Caesar Rivera out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's going on out there? I got family out there in Oklahoma, not in Tulsa. I actually have no clue where they live. But, hey, I got family out there. And he asked, I'm addicted to a drug, and I can't seem to stop doing it. Do you have any advice to help me stop? Okay, this is deep, man. This is real deep, bro. You're addicted to a drug. It's hard out here when you're addicted to drugs, okay? You gotta take the time out to think about yourself, man. It's rough. Try to get you some help, okay? If nobody's willing to help you, then yeah, you're gonna have to take this burden on by yourself, but it's okay. Because the strongest person you got in this life is yourself, okay? Once you get it in your mind that you gonna quit, you won't have any problems, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. I used to smoke cigarettes back in the day, but I had to quit that mess because it started making me feel sick. So you got to stop doing it, when you feel like you're ready to stop doing it. But you got to take the initiative. You got to go hard, man. You got to desire to want to quit, all right? That's just simple advice. Number one, remember, you are responsible for you. So don't look for help. Help yourself first, all right? Drugs is a serious thing out here. And you putting money in somebody else's pocket under your, distress and under your loss and under all that stuff, all that money you spend it, man, you could be doing all kind of stuff with that, So don't just be sitting here blowing it on drugs and stuff, trying to, keep up with the Joneses. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that, man. Find yourself and get that out of your life, man. It's going to be hard, all right? Just know that before you even get into it. Ain't nothing easy out here, period. It's just hard living. So let alone if you're addicted to a drug, it's really going to be hard to quit it, all right? So don't forget that, man. You know what I'm saying? Just remember, it's on you, all right? All right, Caesar, good talking to you, man. All right, we're going to jump into the third question and final one for the day. Marissa Arnaz. Hey, what's going on, Marissa? Over there in Memphis, Tennessee. All right. Yeah, old school, if you know about that. Good old 3-6 Mafia. Shout out. What's going on, fellas? She asked, what do men look for in a woman? Now, see, this is a very deep question here. This is an expandable question. This is that thing where you see people put their hands together and then the rainbow shows up because all that different stuff is capable of happening with this question. So there is no one particular thing any man looks for in a woman. What a man looks for in a woman is a person that is going to support him in the ups and the downs. Okay? But when I say support, I mean not just being there to cater to him or hold his hand or, pat his back or F-U-C-K when he wanted to F-U-C-K, but a person that's kind of just there to be there, even when you fall. So when they turn around, they look for somebody to put their head on to cry on, you're there. You know what I mean? You got to be willing to open your mouth when it comes to men, too. That's another thing. What we look for in a good woman is clout. Okay, so sometimes you got to prove that you are a good woman by opening your mouth and saying so. You see what I'm saying on that? That might be a little confusing, but hey, you'll get it when it click. What you got to do is just be yourself, number one. And if yourself is kind of out of proportion, then make a few adjustments. I'm not saying change because no person ever changes. They just suppress. Remember that. Nobody changes. They just suppress. They still the same MF that you was dealing with a long time ago. They just stopped doing that stuff for right now. You know what I mean? But you want to be able to, in many ways, be there, okay, or be square. You know what I mean? You see where I'm coming from here? It's kind of confusing. It's a hard road. That's a hard question to answer. Is what do men look for in a woman? Because we look for a lot of things. Don't get me wrong. First things first is our very first visual perspective. Like, hey, do you look good? Am I attracted to you off just looking at you? Because if I am, then hey, I'm gonna automatically want to give you an approach or try to, in many ways, get at you. You know what I mean? Or anything like that, or whatever the new lingo is at talking to women. So physical attraction is a number one, and physical attraction is not necessary for a relationship. Sometimes you can start off unphysically attracted to somebody and it just builds because you start to know that person and you start to be with that person and you start to see that person on on a regular basis, and then before you know it, the physical attraction now has built. Okay? And see, patience is a virtue. So remember, whenever you're dealing with men, you got to be patient with us because sometimes we just kind of chaotic in the head. But then also know your worth, all right? Don't be just hanging out with some dude who ain't showing you no respect and you thinking, oh, if I just wait, I can, finally. No, it's not going to happen like that, okay? You got to know who you're dealing with, all right? So back to the question at hand. What we look for in a woman is structure, okay? We look for a woman to provide us structure, okay? Be there when we need it. Be the shoulder we can cry on. Have good advice. Don't argue, fuss, and fight all the time. Even though you're going to argue, fuss, and fight regardless, that's just going to happen. but try to keep it to a minimal. And then, you know, sex, which is something that we all die for, okay? So what you want to do, Marissa, is get out here, okay? Let's get out here in life and take your time. Find you 3 men that you might be interested in, okay? And I'm not saying do them. Don't do them, please. Don't sleep with them. Whatever you do, don't do that, all right? But get you 3 guys and maybe see if they want to take you out on a date, anything like that, you know, see anything like that. See if it's possible it could be something here. Because a man that's willing to spend time with you is a man that's willing to see what your worth is to him. Okay? He wants to learn more about you. He wants to see things. All right? All right, Marissa, I hope I answered that to the best of my ability. Sometimes I go off on tangents and start talking about random shit. So I hope I hit that right on the head with that. All right? All right, Marissa, you have a good day. All right? All right, that's the end of Q&A at the office for today. All right, we had a good time. Don't forget to hit me in the Gmail if you want to ask any questions, or leave a comment at the bottom of our video here and let us know what you think. Once again, my name is Frank the Snake Roberts, and I'm out.